I bought a kit for digital clock on AliExpress. The instructions are clear, nothing was missing, it was fun to put it together. My only problem is that it is ugly, so it needs a case, or I have even better idea. I will make a stand for it with a twist. So let's start. Let's make a novelty clock with the fake dynamite sticks. It's just for decoration, a conversation piece for the coffee table. I can also buy them online, but I'm not looking forward to a call from customs or worse. I will make it so it has some effect, specifically if a wire is cut. To achieve that effect I will use an Arduino that will play a melody, but only if the wrong wire is cut. This is a short diagram of the connections between the Arduino and the clock. I will use the buzzer speaker from the clock also for Arduino. I use the Arduino Nano because it's small, I don't need anything powerful, and because of its dimensions it will fit in one of the pipes. Programming is not my strong point, so I use ChatGPT, but it's not perfect. It's much better to use code from others, which I did. I use code from user Rowan7 on website Project Hub Arduino. I only used ChatGPT to change the code. It made my job a lot easier. I only had to make a few changes myself. The code will be in the description of the video. For the wires, I used a cable that has different colors and the copper core, which is full, it is only one wire. It will make much easier to bend at the end and it will stay where I want it. For the fake dynamite I will use a PVC pipe that is used for electrical installations. I should have taken a little bigger one, but everything turned out fine in the end. I thought of making it shorter, but somehow it looked better if the pipes were a little longer. I marked the first pipe, so I use it as a template to cut the others. I didn't bother with how the edges look, because they will be all covered up later. It was much easier and cheaper with the tube. My original idea was to 3D print, which would be more precise and it would be easier to hide the components, but in the end I think it looks better this way and it is so much easier. All the components are here, and now it's time to figure out how everything will look and where will everything fit. I tied it with tape to see the layout, and after a bit of sanding the plan was there. The Arduino gave me a little challenge because it is a couple of millimeters wider than the inside of the pipe, but that problem was also solved with sandpaper. As I said, if I were to do it again, I would take a tube that is larger, 5 mm larger in diameter. It would be easier to fit the Arduino, power connector and wires, and also to put batteries, if I ever want a battery powered clock. Now it's time to wrap the plastic pipes. I decided to do it for the better look, and for that I have printed the texture of some old paper. I would start with one end and roll the sheets of paper so I can tape the other end. The tape will not be visible because I will turn the pipe so the glued part is down. I was surprised how well it looks. I think it will look great when everything is assembled. I didn't wrap them all because I still need to modify few pipes for cables. One of the hardest moments of making this clock was when I had to run cables, drill holes and figure out how to hide wires going to Arduino and to the clock. The best way is to drill all holes, if possible, then wrap the pipe and drill the paper. To grab the wires from the pipe I used a paper clip that I bent a little at the tip so it looks like a hook. The Arduino and the clock are powered by 5 volts. So I ran the wires from the main connector to Arduino and from it to the clock. Also from the Arduino there are 4 additional wires for signal, sound and ground. Whenever possible, I made sure that all the joints were strong and that everything was covered with shrink tube. All in all, this is easy to make. The biggest problem was pulling the cables and rearranging pipes that are constantly moving. It helped me a lot to use elastic bands to hold all the tubes while I combine the rest. It is important to pay attention to which pin what is connected. In my case, the buzzer is connected to pin 7 and the cable that starts the program to pin 4. You can also read that from code. If pin 4 is present, that is, if it is connected to ground, the Arduino does not start the program. As soon as the connection with pin 4 is broken, the program starts, or what in my case is melody. That one wire that starts the program will be connected in series, but it will be made of several wires of different colors. The connection will be hidden behind the clock. So basically, when any wire is cut, the melody will start playing. There will be 5 wires connected in series and the 6th wire will be connected to power supply. Plus of power supply, so that if it is cut, it will shut down everything. The odds of guessing which wire to cut are 6 to 1. In order to power the watch, I use a standard 3.5mm connector, and on the other side there will be USB cable so that I can connect any power supply with 5 volt, for example mobile phone charger. As everywhere, I try to solder everything as well as possible and put a shrink tube so that the contact is not lost by pulling the cable. I pulled a lot of cables and never had any problem with them, which is very good because when everything is put together it is not very easy to find where is the connection lost. After the last test, it is only necessary to arrange the ends of the pipes, tie the clock with zip ties and the pipes with black tape. The tape gives strength and better overall look. I was thinking of putting red, but it better looks with black tape. After so much rearranging, I had to arrange some cables. And it's time for testing. The clock works fine, but I'm mostly interested in the Arduino part. Bomb has been defused. I am satisfied with the dimensions. Everything works perfectly. It will surely be a good and funny conversation piece. It is powered with a USB cable, so you can connect a power bank and it can be carried anywhere. Or maybe not. Don't carry it anywhere. That's it. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed the song at the end.